What's up, guys? Trevor here with Ecommerce Paradise. Today I'm going to do a niche review video. We're going to go over some niches and check them out and see if they're good or not. First things first, go to ecommerceparadise.com and go to the top and click on the high ticket niches list. And this is a whole blog article where I got a ton of different high ticket niche ideas here. And I've got a free niche research training similar to the one I'm going to do right now, as well as all the past niche research videos that I've done in a playlist here. Let's go ahead and get through it. So there's a bunch of them that I've already done, like home appliances and home furniture and things like that. We're going to go through some home improvement products right now. Tankless water heaters, electric fireplaces, uh, let's see, ceiling fans, bathroom vanities, kitchen sinks. There's just so many different categories that sell online pretty well and that you can sell online. When it comes to picking a niche, though, just keep in mind that you might need to combine a few different product categories into one store in order to make it profitable. So, what I recommend doing is something called a mid niche store where you have like maybe 5 to 10 categories. I really don't want to go beyond that in one store. Like, I wouldn't have a store where you sell tankless water heaters next to um, you know, treadmills. It doesn't really make sense. Okay, but having a store with a lot of similar product categories next to each other kind of makes sense. So that's kind of why I've grouped them this way. You can see like you can have a tool and hardware e-commerce store and sell like power drills next to belt sanders and rotary tools and things like that. Or an entertainment store and sell projectors next to gaming chairs, next to popcorn machines, speakers, things like that. Okay, so just keep that in mind when you're considering a niche and like what niche you should choose. There's a lot of other stuff involved, like the actual price point of the niche and the viability of it, the popularity of it, the demand, how many suppliers there are, and we're going to go over that in this video here. When you're checking out different niches, it's a good idea to get an idea of the trends to see what's trending. Also, you want to consider, evergreen niches versus seasonal niches, ones that like are really hot in one particular season. Like an example of that would be like saunas. They're really good. They're good sellers in the wintertime, but not so much in the summertime. Maybe also another example is an electric bicycle, really good seller in the spring and summer, not so good in the winter. So just keep that in mind that there's going to be a lot of niches with seasonality. Grills are a good example of a summer seasonal niche. Anything outdoor is going to be kind of more summer seasonal. Indoor is going to be a little bit more evergreen, throughout the year. So like home appliances, for example. And also consider that almost any niche, you're going to have some B2B potential here. So when you get into business, I would say it's always a good idea to choose a niche you have some experience with so that you can do a better job at B2B sales. Because when you're doing B2B sales, you really want to know what you're talking about. So if you start a store and you already like go to the gym every day and you're maybe, have a lot of experience in the gym, yeah, it's a good idea to start probably a store selling gym equipment because then you're going to be able to get suppliers really easily and you're going to be able to, talk to gyms and sell them some equipment or people that have like a home gym that they're trying to set up and you'll be really good at sales. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. There's a lot of different things here, but I'm going to show you just right now tankless water heaters. We're going to go over that. Oftentimes, tankless water heaters kind of are more in line with like the off-grid niche. There's a lot of other categories too, but a tankless water heater is basically something that people often have in in like a tiny home or something like that. So anyway, so the place we do niche research is Google Shopping. Because this is where we want to advertise mostly, and this is where we're going to find competitors. So you just type in the keyword into Google Shopping, and then you'll see a lot of stores here. Usually, depending on the niche, you'll have a lot of different like big box stores. You'll have a lot of different niche stores and all over the place. So if you go down to stores on the left hand side, you'll see all the different stores here. First, going to be the big box stores. I don't look at those, but I try to find stores that are somewhat niche specific. So something that has to do with the actual niche itself. What we're really trying to look for is we're trying to look for niche specific stores that are on Shopify that are online only, that don't have any kind of physical retail storefront. And then beyond that, we want to make sure that they sell multiple brands. So it's not like a direct to consumer brand. So with that said, I'm just going to look at like any store here, even if it isn't specific to water heaters, but like I want to see niche stores. So like a fireplace store. Okay, that's a niche store. Um, City Supply Company is so broad, it's not niche specific. So we want to find niche specific stores. Factory Pure, even though I know it's a drop shipping store, I know they have a warehouse as well, so I'm not going to look at it. Heat and Cool might be niche specific, kind of sounds sort of there. Plumber's Crib or plumber's stock, plumbing equipment, it's possible. Power equipment, pro dryers, uh, total home supply. Yeah, so there's a few. Let's take a look and see. Uh, all right, so the way you're going to find if it's a Shopify store or not, I mean, there's tools to do it, but it's really easy just looking at the URL structure. If you hover over the URL, it should say slash collection slash when you go to a category. This is not a Shopify store, so it's an older website, so we're not going to be able to extract too much from them. But also, we want to get an idea if we can extract it all, and that is if they have a retail storefront or not. So if they do not have a retail storefront, then we're going to be able to mostly assume that their suppliers, the brands that they're selling, are going to be drop shipping brands. Okay, so like they have this shop by brand thing here. I know specifically that a lot of these are drop shipping suppliers, and but that's kind of is just part of me being in this business for so long. So, um, but yeah, they're going to have something on the footer of their website that says like come visit our showroom or something like that, right? Most any website that has a showroom is going to do that. So right away, if it doesn't, then no address, no showroom, nothing is being promoted. It's probably online only. So these guys are online only. They're probably drop shipping right from the supplier's warehouse. They probably buy from a distributor. Sometimes distributors are sell all these brands. So they might just buy all these brands from one specific distributor. In fact, I know for sure that there is some big distributors in this niche that sell a lot of these brands. But anyways, beyond that, yeah, this is definitely a niche you can sell is fireplaces. There's so many different categories here. There's fireplaces, there's stoves, wood burning stoves, gas logs. You even have HVAC stuff here, so AC units and things like that in their store. Mini split air conditioners, those are definitely drop shippable. Wood fireplace mantles, fire pits, patio heaters, chimneys, fire pit tables, grills. So there's just so many categories on the site. It's kind of a good example where like they branded it for fireplace, right? So it's like a niche store. But the category of fireplaces, there's a lot of different subcategories of it, and they didn't just stop there, but they grew beyond that, as you can see. So they probably started with fireplaces, and then it's fireplace inserts, stoves, gas logs, and so forth. So this is what you should consider doing for your store. Is starting sort of like a mid-niche site, but having like a target niche in mind. It's just going to be easier to get started, to get suppliers and all that, to get distributors, and then once you get those on board, you can upload their products, and then let's take a look at one of the product listings and see. Um, you can tell right from their website what the best sellers are. It'll tell you usually right there. But yeah, so and their website isn't even that well optimized. It like doesn't even have any add-ons here or anything like that, or like frequently bought with stuff. So you could definitely compete. But anyway, so let's go ahead and look at Heat and Cool. Uh, Heat and Cool. Shop by category. Kind of looks like a Shopify store, but kind of doesn't. Oh yeah, so it's a Shopify store. We're hovering over the links. It says slash collection slash, so it's definitely Shopify. Um, Looks like they tried to optimize it, but it's not very optimized. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But yeah, so if you look at their categories, it's mostly going to be air conditioning, heaters, things like that, right? It's like an HVAC store. So again, another thing to consider is like picking a niche. It's just super smart. Um, let's see, become a vendor. That's okay. Well, that's fine. Okay. So that's yeah, this is pretty common. So they don't have a showroom, or they would have showed it right there. So yeah, all these brands are dropship brands. Some might be easier to get than others, but you got a whole list of them here that you can get. Okay. And yeah, let's go ahead and look at some of their best sellers. On Shopify stores, you can always type in slash collections slash all. This is going to take you to like a, okay. So sometimes the really advanced stores will like forward you back to their homepage or something like that, right? But anyway, view all products. Oh, yeah. See, they even have a link that doesn't work. It's funny. But yeah, let's just go ahead and look at their air conditioners and see what's selling. Um, Usually it's going to show you a whole breakdown of the products. Okay, well, it's not here. They have a pretty unique site, I guess. It's sort of, let's just look by brand, I guess, and find out. Usually what I like to do is I like to look at their entire site and then find out what the top selling brands are and look at their brands and see what the top selling products are. Um, let's just look at their first category, air conditioner split systems. Right here, they have a featured, so we can change that to best selling. And then you'll have an idea like right away. Goodman, Clit, Cleamer. Those are two best-selling brands. So I don't know. It's hard to say, but if you know this is a best-selling brand, then maybe you want to go after it when you first get started, and just take a look at the product listings and see what kind of stuff they're offering. 90-day returns, 10-year warranty, price match plus, blah, blah, blah. They have CPS here. It's pretty well known, extended warranty provider, easy to get on board with. They're selling accessories, which is like an optimization thing you can do later on. So yeah, anyway, so that's another dropshipping store you can extract from. We haven't found tankless water heaters yet, I don't think, unless they have them here. Water heaters. I'll just type it in. But yeah, it's kind of one of those things. Oh, yeah, they do have some. Okay. So this is a typical tankless water heater unit. You basically would have it in your shower and, you basically turn it on. It'll heat your water up without having to have a tank. So pretty simple product. Yeah, anyway, so that's a dropship store with lots of brands. Plumber's Crib, right? These guys got tankless water heaters right on their homepage, so it must be a best-selling product. Let's see. Collections, yep. So this is a Shopify store. Lots of different brands. Mr. Steam, I recognize a lot of these brands already. They're dropshipping brands. Yeah, no mention of a. Looks like the Lake County Pipe and Supply Co. They might have some kind of separate business though. That's anyway. So let's look at their website slash collections all and see what kind of stuff they offer. So this one shows us. So now we can sort their entire site by best selling. We could even put a minimum price. I usually like to put like $500, just to filter out all the cheap best-selling stuff. So yeah, tankless water heaters are the best sellers. Tagaki, this particular brand, seems to be a bestseller on their website. Ream also. Thermosol. Yeah, if you want to sell, tankless water heaters, this might be a good dropshipping brand to get on board with. Tagaki. All right, let's take a look at Plumber's stock. It's a very similar keyword or branding name, I mean. This kind of looks like a funky site that's not Shopify based. Yeah, it's not Shopify. 2000s already. That looks an older store. I think I'll skip this one. Has kind of a feel like they have a warehouse or something. They're selling these like Toto and stuff. These like, what you don't want to get caught up doing is trying to sell these like super top name brand products. You're not gonna do so well because you're competing with big box stores. But you want to sell products that are a little bit less name brandy, I guess it's not the best way to put it, but like Generac, for example, they probably drop ship. Website is not showing it properly. Okay, well, whatever. Anyways, you can check it out, powerequipmentdirect.com. Let's see, Pro Dryers, commercial restroom supply. All right, so when it comes to commercial stuff, oftentimes you're going to be dealing with suppliers that want you at a physical storefront, and they probably have something. Yeah, so, or at least like a warehouse. Anyway, if you want to check if an address is a physical retail store or not, just type it into Google and pull it up and see if there's multiple businesses listed at the same address. This is kind of a dead giveaway that it's like a virtual office, but it could be something else. So just check the images anyways and see if it's like a big ass warehouse or not, or if it's like some sort of office address. This looks like an office, so it could be a virtual address. Hard to tell. Oh, Pro Dryers, yeah. See, they definitely got some offices here. So since they have offices, it's probably most likely, and these are like top name brands. Yeah, it's not going to be, that's not a viable store to extract from. So I would skip that one. Let's see, Total Home Supply. Uh, Definitely not on Shopify, but let's see. I think it's an older store. They don't have any kind of physical retail listed, but yeah. Sometimes these older stores will be able to get these like grandfathered accounts into. A lot of these I recognize as dropshipping brands, but like some like GE, they're not going to dropship for it. See, they might be able to find them through distributors, you know. So you can always go through and like take this entire list out. And what you would do is like say like you're interested in dropshipping, I don't know, Dimplex, um, and you just take this name, right, and you plug that into Google, try to find their website, and then just contact them and say, hey, do you guys, drop ship for online retailers? And then they're going to say yes or no. Oftentimes they're going to ask you, have a site yet or not. So it's a good idea to have some sort of a site set up, even if it's just like a demo store where you got like product listings that look like, private label products. Don't put anything that's theirs on your website. But anyway, if they say no, ask them, hey, do you guys work with a distributor? Because oftentimes, like here we have a retail partnership program. Oftentimes they're going to have distributors. So become a trusted seller in our retail brand, listed map listing locator, blah, blah, blah. So you don't want to try to send cold emails anymore. Cold emails don't work. They always go to spam. So fill out the online forms on supplier site. That's what we do for our clients. That's what works really well, and we are able to get accounts with these brands now. But just keep in mind, like oftentimes they're going to sell through distributors. All right. So yeah, there you go, guys. I mean, it wasn't the most perfect thing, but that's basically the essential of doing niche research. Is you want to find these competitors, and you would just want to like get an idea on how big their stores are, and then find the brands and contact them. And I hear tankless water heater store. Perfect. Look at that. I love finding these little micro niche sites. They rebranded the Hebron stores. Anyways, yeah, it's kind of tough to tell if this is like something. I don't know what they're doing. But guys, if you want our help to build a store, we have a turnkey done for you service, and it's currently on promotion at 50% off for the holidays. This is a limited time sale. So come check out the sales page here. It's ecommerceparadise.com/turnkey. We have three phases we go through to quick launch client stores. Research and store building, marketing, and sales and scaling. You can see some of our testimonials from past clients and basically all the stages that we go through to set up your business, things that you're going to need ahead of time, our satisfaction guarantee, our financing that we offer 50% upfront, 50% upon launch. And then you can set up a free discovery call to talk with me directly too, or you can just purchase the package right here. Starts with 10,000 for 10 suppliers, 15 for 20, or 20 for 30 suppliers. And use code Action Taker in checkout, and that'll get you 50% off. So yeah, get your own e-commerce business, guys. It's a dropshipping store. It's a location independent business. Yeah, it can take some time to build these stores out. We usually say it takes about 3 to 6 months for full launch and 6 to 9 months for profitability. But once you get there and you continue to push forward on it, then it can create a passive, fairly somewhat semi-passive income for you. Check out some of our past client stores here, the work that we've done. And yeah, we have a bunch of other services as well, so you can go check out the services. If you already have a store, and you just never really got off the ground, we have a scaling service to help you with that. And if you have a store that's getting sales right now, we have a full service monthly management package that includes scaling. We can also just straight up find you a virtual assistant. We can help you sell your business. We can help you do email marketing, Google Ads, Bing Ads, just supplier sourcing if that's all you need, social media, link building, blog, all this stuff. So we do this stuff for clients every day. These are basically bundled versions of all these other services that we offer. We also have a membership program now. Is a mastermind group, and it's on Patreon. So go to patreon.com/ecommerce paradise. You'll see the opportunity to sign up for that. You'll basically be able to listen to our podcast for free through that page as well. And if you sign up, you'll get access to our private Discord, which will basically be your ability to connect with me directly and talk to me right there in Discord whenever you need to. So yeah, I'm totally happy to help you guys, and I want to help you to create your own independent business today. So check it out, ecommerceparadise.com, and let me know if you have any questions. Book your free discovery call today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.